Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman Khan. I'm here with the one and only Zach Parker in Birmingham ahead of his fight at the weekend with Marcus Morrison. Zach, first of all, how's life treating you?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, back here in Birmingham, I ain't fought here for a long time. I think it was like my fourth fight. So yeah, I'm really excited to be back back in front of a big crowd, and yeah, I just can't wait now.
We'll get to the fight in a second, but I just saw recently you got to meet the one and only Wayne Rooney at the Derby County Ground. What was that like meeting a legend like Wayne?
Yeah, it was an amazing day for me, going to Derby and showing me all the hospitality what they've got, what they have, and yeah, it was a bit of a weird one because at first we weren't going to meet him because we lost the game, but went outside to take a couple of pictures with BT and that, and he opened the door, said, come over here, Zach, and yeah, we went in, had a good chat about like, the game and obviously boxing and that, and hopefully we was on about maybe him walking me out one time with the title or something like that, but we just have to wait and see. Hopefully get him on it when they'll go to Proud Park.
Wayne's someone that was been on top of his game for a number of years, played at like Manchester United. Did he give you any bits of advice in terms of like an athlete or anything in general that you could take with you into boxing moving forward?
No, not really. We was just on about the game, and it weren't like, it was just a lot of general talk. It weren't nothing like about athletes, nothing. But yeah, we were just on about a bit about boxing, a bit about my fight. Just a casual speak, and had a couple of pictures of them. So yeah, it weren't nothing like that.
No worries. So this weekend you fight Marcus Morrison. Marcus we saw recently last out against Chris Eubank Jr. gave himself a good account in that fight. Why Marcus Morrison?
He's the one who stepped up to the plate. We was looking at other opponents before, like Celeb Truax, David Lemieux. Was looking to see these massive names. None of them wanted it. So we asked Marcus, and he stepped up to the plate, and it's good because both British lads, and the British public will know a bit more about him. So yeah, it's going to be a good fight on Saturday.
Yeah, in terms of the fight, in terms of the in-ring action, both of your styles look like they all gel well. In terms of you both coming forward, do you expect it to be you mentioned in the press conference it being the fight of the night, but do you expect it to ignite on the night as well?
Yeah, we're both going to bring it. He said he's going to come for a knockout, and if you want to meet him in the middle, it's going to be fireworks. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a good fight, and it's going to be a good fight for the fans as well.
It's it's one fight that you can't afford to lose, considering where you are with the rankings as well, the mandatory status with Canelo, of the winner of Canelo versus Canelo-Plant. Do you bear that pressure coming into that fight?
You can't win. You can't lose any of these fights. Mm-hmm. Every fight matters. You've seen it even on Marcus's record. He's lost to a journeyman before, and you can't take anyone lightly. He's a man in front of me who I've got to beat, and that's what I plan to do. And yeah, I take every fight 100% and want to put a good performance on every fight, and you'll see it on Saturday night.
If and when you do come through that fight, you'll be watching or casting your eye over Canelo versus Canelo-Plant, staying up late for that fight. How do you expect that fight to go?
Yeah, I think it's a really good fight. I think it's a harder fight for Canelo than what people are making out, and you see like Canelo-Plant, he's a natural super middleweight. You see, obviously Canelo's fought twice before at super middleweight, but that was against Billy Joe. I thought it was a bit too small, and it was Smith. He was growing out of weight a bit. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be a harder fight, and if he starts winning early rounds and he's still in there at the end, then it's going to be an interesting fight because Canelo can't just look for a knockout. He needs to be grabbing them rounds. So we'll just have to wait and see.
If you come through the fight, again, you'll have cemented that status. But when do you expect that WBO mandatory to be called? When do you expect that fight to happen?
I don't know. I'm not really thinking about that. In a minute, it's just all my eyes are on Saturday night against Marcus Morrison. But I've been mandatory for a long time now. I think it's been 2 years. So I'm sure I'll be probably the next one up. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Plant mentioned a really good point I wanted to get your take on. He said that a lot of fighters, when they come to face Canelo, they're beaten before they already get to the ring. Do you share that kind of feeling that fighters are like that? And when it comes to you, when you get there, do you share any kind of caution or wariness as to what Canelo brings to the table?
Listen, I've seen it as well. Like some of them just in awe of him a bit, and give him too much respect. And you see with Plant, he ain't been giving him a lot of respect. He's in it for himself, and that's what you need to be in boxing. You need to have that little grittiness and tell people how it is. You got to respect yourself more than what you do your opponent, and I feel like it. That's why I've said it's going to be a good fight, and that's how I go into fights. I'm thinking about me, not about them, and you just got to be 100% with yourself, and that's how you get the wins.
BCB, when they've had the spotlight, they've taken the spotlight, likes yourself, likes of Nathan Heaney, Ijaz Ahmed, Rachel Ball. What is it about BCB that's been in this like momentous run right now?
Yeah, they've obviously got a good stable, and we're all bringing each other on. I've been sparring with Nathan up and running to this fight, and we're both looking in great shape and in great form, and that's what you just need to be around other people who want to win and that got that drive, and that's how you come on top. And you see it. I think BCB are going to keep bringing champions out, and it's going to be good.
Finally, Zach, what can we expect from you? And if you get the win at the weekend, you'll send a message to the super middleweight division. What is that message?
When I get a win.
When you get the win at the weekend, as you say, I don't want to get on your bad side. What is the message you send?
No, it's I just make sure everyone tunes on Saturday for starters. It's going to be a good fight, and it's going to be a good fight for the fans. And I'm WBO #1 now, and world title's only around the corner, and can't be having no slip ups. So make sure you're tuning in.
Zach, I wish you all the best of the weekend. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social. Appreciate it.